had a tragedy a few days back when a car hit me in the arm. Oh my God. While I was walking. I luckily survived it. I now try to enjoy and be grateful for this life. Wow. Well, I'm glad to hear you're okay. And then you wrote here, did you face any life-changing tragedy in your life which changed your life? Yeah, I mean, for me, probably the biggest thing I can remember is my dad. It was late January 2005. He had a heart attack. And it was awful. And you know, I'll never forget this. I was in San Francisco. Andrew was a baby. And my Aunt Dorothy called us in the middle of the night. And when you get that call in the middle of the night, you're like, oh my God, this is not good. And so she said, your father's had a heart attack. And I started packing quickly. And Christine called Air Canada to get flights in the middle of the night, whatever it is for us, really quickly. And I'll never forget this. And I never talked about this, but I was in my closet. And I'm going to swear. I'm sorry. I hardly ever do this, which means I can't monetize this video, but I don't care. I was in my closet in San Francisco, right across from AT&T ballpark. I was in corporate housing at the time. Citadel brought me out here. And I was packing everything. And I was throwing stuff into my suitcase. And I threw in my Oxford black shoes and a tie and the suit jacket. You know why I threw that in there. And this is crazy, but then I went to the suitcase and I picked up my tie, my jacket, and my shoes, and I said, fuck you, clothes. And I threw them out of the way because my dad was not going to pass away. And we went home, or we flew to Toronto, and my dad was fine. He was fine. And after the heart attack, and it was okay. Thank God. It worked out fine. And it brought the family closer together too. And after that event, I was so happy, just like you're feeling now after being hit by that car you mentioned. Thank God you're okay. I was so happy, and I was happier after the event than I ever was before the event, because I realized what I have in my life. And so, anyway, that was kind of a bit life-changing for me. And then I remember I went home to my mom and dad's place in Mississauga. And I went into the kitchen. I threw out all the Middle Eastern meats and all the bad stuff into a big garbage bag. And I threw it on the curb. And then I bought my dad this bike, and I assembled it so that when he's watching the baseball game, he could exercise. And that bike, I got to tell you, it's become an incredible coat rack. No, but that was kind of life-changing for me. And thank God my father was okay. Yeah. And I always try to, like I mentioned many times in this call, when I wake up in the morning, before I get out of bed, I always thank God for 10 different things. And like I mentioned before, it's my family, you all, in this order. I thank Christine, Andrew, Matthew, Dylan, my kids, Mom, Dad, Jamie, Katie, Elizabeth, my brother and sisters, and then my students, you. And I'm grateful for what I have. I'm grateful. And every time I feel depressed, I just kind of go through that list of 10 things. Sometimes I make it 20 things as well. And when I put my kids to bed, my youngest one, especially Dylan, you know, we'll say prayers and we'll watch trailers on an iPad. It's just what we do. And I'll always have him thank God for something different every single day. It has to be different. There's not much left. I mean, we've done everything. It's, you know, he's 10 years old now. So now it's something like, I want to thank God for blue Smarties or whatever it is, but I'm just kidding. I have him thank God for something different every day. And if you can practice gratitude in your life, your worries will go away. Just focus on what you're grateful about in life, and anything else that makes you unhappy or people that drag you down, cut them off. Just focus on gratitude every day. And I promise you'll be more productive and more successful and happier too.